My people, what happened in Anambra today is beyond shocking. In the 2025 governorship election, votes are being bought openly. Yes, both with 5,000 naira cash and bags of rice. And the parties behind this, APGA and APC. What's even more painful, seeing elderly men advocating for money and rice instead of good governance. This is how Nigeria is running its election in 2025. We cannot stay silent. Why our democracy is being sold for peanuts? Governor Soludo and the INEC Chairman must be held accountable. Stay with me as we uncover the truth behind this blatant electoral manipulation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel Trend with G. See you in the next one.
Where not sir?
Oto, the community.
No, I would like Central School Oto. Like, do you
I wouldn't know.
particular place?
I didn't say exactly where. But when you look at those things, it is come from a point of bullying people maybe because they don't want to. It might seem good for you today. Many people have been incumbent. If you are no more tomorrow, you think you cry for this side. But if you are, you think that they're doing right. But you know, God gives power. Whoever he gives, chooses, he gives.
You guys want to know where I vote? Yeah? It's a secret ballot. I won't let you know where I vote.
Don't put your hand on top this. If you put your hand, you know to say they go back. People give me space.
Let the people just vote. Count the votes. Doesn't matter for us, and we're fairly convinced that on the basis of the votes, one man, one vote, that we're going to win and win landslide. No question about that. Now, as for the, you've seen the process here. It's quite seamless, but you can see still the crowd. The crowd still to vote. And it's about 1:30. So in the next 1 hour, voting is supposed to close officially. But again, the rule is that once you are in the polling unit before 2:30, you must vote. So I expect that all these people, you can still see a few. I'm sure there's still more than 100 persons yet to vote here. So I expect that they will all vote. Okay. And let me be clear. We said this all through the campaigns. We have opponents, but we have not seen the opposition. And but even then, we have not taken the votes of the people for granted. And that's why we're literally the only party, the only candidate that crisscrossed the entire 21 local governments, the entire 326 wards, the markets, streets, roads, everywhere. Even though everybody says nobody is competing against, but we don't take any vote for granted. And yes, we are. The only thing we hear that is actually a concern, and we hope it's not going to happen, is that one party, I don't want to mention the candidate, that their only strategy is that they have written results which they want to swap during the collation process. That they will want to swap them. They were even trying to tell, they had meetings with polling agents telling them not to write the results properly, not to upload the results on IREV, and so on. So they can have room to be able to manipulate. But we have confidence in the system, that the system eventually will sort it all out. It's vigilance. Our people are vigilant. We're organized. We're united, and we'll follow the process. From the polling unit, we'll follow it to the collation at the ward, and from the ward, we'll follow through to the local government and to the state. And if once the system works, we have absolutely no doubt we're going to win the 21 local governments.
Well, massive security, I beg your pardon, is in place across Anambra State, where voters are scheduled to go to the polls today to pick their governor for the next 4 years. We're joined now by our correspondent live in Anambra, Emeka, to give us all the latest on how the polls are looking, sentiment amongst voters and expectations of the outcome. Over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Rolake. Good afternoon. And it's very, very interesting here at this polling unit where the governor is expected to cast his vote here in polling unit 013 in Isofia. Of course, if you see behind me, you have a huge number of voters who have come out to cast their vote, including the elderly, a significant change in the pattern of voting that we are seeing this year compared to what was obtainable 4 years ago, specifically 2021, when one of the major challenges that impeded the conduct, the whole process was security. But this time around, as it stands, the people are confident that they want to vote because they have been reassured by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, as well as the police, that they have no reason to fear. They should go about to vote. While we were driving up to this place, all the way from Oka, we saw a significant number of huge turnout of voters at various polling units. It signifies, it tells us that the people are willing to vote, even though we're not too sure where the voting pattern would take.
I just wanted to ask you, in terms of voter sentiment and giving Anambra State's recent economic performance, what are you hearing on the streets about how voters believe policy making in terms of growth and employment, jobs, investment? What are they saying they would like to see from the newly elected or re-elected government of Anambra, as the case may be, once the polls are over?
Well, in terms of changes, developmental changes, the people hope to see improved security, better infrastructure, better health care, better education, and these are the critical issues they are looking out for any candidate that emerges victorious in today's governorship polls. Now, like I said, the people have come out. We are hoping that the performance, the turnout this year will be much, much better than the previous one. Of course, this is the 7th off-cycle election since 2023 general election. And like I said earlier on, the turnout seems to be very encouraging, and the people are expectant, especially in terms of the delivery for good governance. That is the message they are sending up to all the candidates, including the incumbent governor.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Comrade Jim Maoji, a member of Nigerian Civil Society Situation Room.
Okay. So you are here at Central School also, and you are on election observation duty.
Sure.
So far so good. What has you and your team? What has your impression been so far?
Okay, we came from May North, and nothing is happening there. Though there are that ward has 5 walls and the 13 polling units. It's a rack, and many personnel, INEC personnel, materials and police personnel are still waiting to be transported to their polling units.
By what time was this?
We left there 8:55 a.m. and they are still waiting. They actually came to us and asked us to escalate their situation to the INEC in Waka. Then we came here, and here they told us they commenced accreditation and voting by 10 minutes after 8, which is not possible because Beavers was made to start by 8:30. They gave us wrong information. So, but what here is unique. We saw that party mercenaries actually collecting people's cards, giving the INEC will give them form to vote, and when they vote, they give it back to party mercenaries who will drop it in the ballot box. And they are buying and selling vote, actually negotiating. It's sad. And probably one party agent there who is very angry over the matter. He has been shouting on INEC personnel, why are you allowing this guy? Nobody should touch ballot box or ballot paper of a voter. They should allow the voters to go and vote and drop the ballot paper inside the ballot box.
So you witnessed this?
I witnessed it.
Okay. So this is a challenge now. How are you going to be taking this up?
Because we met with the Commissioner of Police in charge, Dr. Abeyomi, in charge of this election, Anambra Governorship election. And he told us yesterday that they have instructed their personnel to arrest anyone buying or selling of votes. But in this place that has 4 polling units, only 1 police personnel, no other security agency is represented here. So, and the police personnel is sitting far away from the 4 polling units. It will be a challenge for him, but I'm already escalating it to situation because they posted the police personnel to our situation in Oka, who also will escalate it for them to send police personnel to this place, because this place actually needs a security agent's presence and attention.